jogging a lot of fouls. Kai Havertz had a superb match, and this is when we start to realize the strength of this guy. Well, some fans, I already saw it from previous matches.
I didn't know about the narrative. So what is the narrative this season? So Saliba is fit, so what's going to happen?
You tell me.
I don't know, it has to be a narrative, no? So with the narrative when he doesn't play, it has to be a narrative when he does play.
So when he does play, you win the title. How's that?
Okay, let's take that one. Okay, let's move on.
But it is.
So you heard it there from Mikel Arteta. Listen, we've got William Saliba in the team, so we're going for the trophy. We're going to win the trophy. Last season, the narrative was that we missed out on the trophy because of William Saliba. This season, we're going to win it because he's in the team. So I've been thinking about the upcoming match against Luton for a few days now, and I'm thinking two things. It's either it's a very tight match or we thrash them about 5 or 6-0. That's how I think this match will go. One of both ways. And the last time we played against them, it was a very tight match. We won 4-3, but there's a few things that we need to highlight. And stay tuned because we're going to watch a few clips from the last match, and also we're going to see what the manager has to say about this fixture coming up. But the first thing we notice is that for us to concede 3 goals, that means our defense was poor, and these stats show how poor our defense was. So first of all, we have the possession of 67%, which is not like us playing a team like Luton. But but that match against Luton, I said it in the preview, like, listen, this is not going to be as easy as we thought because it's a tight ground. It's a close ground. The fans are very close to the players. So they're going to hear the abuse because we went away. And Luton did just that. Their fans was boisterous. Their fans was giving it to us. And the atmosphere as well, it was raining. I'm not trying to quote time, but it was raining, so that added to the difficulty. But with this leg now, we're playing at home, and as I said, that this 67%, normally we have 70 to 80% possession against teams like Luton. But this match we're playing at home, so it should be much different. Not just that. Now, when you take a look on the defensive side, you see that possession loss, we lost the ball 154 times. We lost the ball more than Luton. This is why I'm saying that the players going forward, done a very good job in the goal scoring department. But when it comes down to retaining the ball, they were poor. It could be because of how bad the pitch was. It could be because the atmosphere in a small ground. It could be multiple of things. But the defense was absolutely shocking compared to how we've been throughout the season. Our defense is the best in the Premier League. Arguably the best in Europe. Second to, I think it was Real Sociedad, conceded the least amount of goals in the Champions League. So our defense is very good. Now when you take a look at duels, we lost in duels. They had a better duel work record than us. Once again, that's poor from our defensive side of the game. And I don't mean just defenders, I mean the defensive side of the games. Even Kai Havertz defend from the front. Odegaard defense from midfield. Declan Rice defense from Saka defense from, so even the attacking players defend from up high, right? So I'm not just talking about defenders. Defenders were shocking, but even the attacking players' defensive side of the game was poor. When you look at tackles, we got less tackles. They beat us in tackles as well. They beat us into interception and clearance. Overall, our defense was second best to theirs, and this is why we conceded so much goal. Once again, the goal scoring wasn't a problem. It's just our defense. Now, when you take a look on how good our defense is right now, you can't say that we haven't got a big chance to win about 6-0. So this is what I'm saying before that. Listen, there's going to be two things, and for me, I'm more leaning onto the 6-0, the 7-0, the 5-0. I'm more leaning to that side because our defense is much stronger, and we're going to be able to score a similar amount of goals like what we did then. I've listened to the press match conference of the Luton manager, and he's saying that he's got about 11 to 13 players missing. 11 to 13 players missing. Now, he's going to have to put a lot of young players inside their team. So for me, that's another reason why I believe that we should be smashing them. Really smashing them. Not taking 2-0s, none of that. Smashing them. Now, look at this. Martinelli starts off very good, jogging a lot of fouls. Kai Havertz had a superb match, and this is when we start to realize the strength of this guy. Well, some fans, I already saw it from previous matches. Martinelli with a nice little tucked in finish. So this is how we got on. Martinelli with another left foot strike. I remember that shot vividly. Nice little nutmeg from Odegaard. Saka cutting in, looking for the shot on. This is not a bad midfield with Ross Barkley in it, and we dealt with them like nice header from Declan Rice. He scored headers as well. So yeah, he's improved us a lot. So that's how the match looked when we last played against Luton, and it was a hard fought match, as what I'm saying. But the attacking side of the game was brilliant. Declan Rice brilliant. Havertz played wonderful. Martinelli played wonderful. Declan, oh man, everyone apart from the defense was rock solid in this match. I have to give them that. So now we're gonna listen to what Arteta had to say about the upcoming match.
Yeah. A really tough opponent 3 days ago, so he certainly is today. Again, we will train today and see the state of every player and make the right decision tomorrow.
Now that's some very good news that Martinelli is back. However, in training I can see that he was strapping up his leg. So he's still got a bit of an injury. It looks like he's still got nursing that cut that he had. But it's good news to say that he's back. He was ready to start against City. He was ready on the bench to come on whenever needed. So that's good knowing that we're going into Brighton on the weekend and going into Bayern in the next midweek. So that's very good news. I don't really want Martinelli to start in this match. By the way, I want Trossard to start up top. I want a similar team, Kvyat to start. Perhaps giving Zinchenko now some match minutes. So, but no, this is not the match to bring Zinchenko in. This is going to be a hard fight. This is in terms of big players, tall players, aggressive players. So I would have Kvyat. I would have the same team. Partey coming into the midfield for Jorginho. Jesus playing on the left. No, Jesus continues to play on the right. Take out Saka of the team. Saka needs a breather. I know he's fit. Arteta said he's fit, but I would put Saka on the right, Jesus on the right, and put Trossard on the left, and Havertz in the middle. That's how I would leave the team. But apart from that, similar to what we had against Man City.
On Sunday we saw maybe a different style of Arsenal performing, but having that different way of playing in order to get a result, is that just showing the evolution of this squad?
You have to, sometimes because you want to adapt, sometimes because you have to adapt, and you have to have that resilient and leave your ego aside and your ideology aside and do what you have to do to win the game. And I thought the team was mentally really strong and really clever the way they did it.
Now that's something that's maturity. Arteta has matured a lot. Now, you heard what he said, that listen, sometimes you have to leave your game plan, leave your ego. That's a big word right there, is ego, because we know that all these big managers, they have a big ego. They want to do things their way. Just like Arsene Wenger. This is why I was so angry with Arsene Wenger so many times, because everywhere we go, he plays the same way. This guy doesn't have a... Part of me loved it. I loved it. But sometimes we didn't have the players to be playing counter-attacking football, to be playing possession-based football, to be trying to play against Barcelona, against Chelsea at the time was very good. Manchester United at the time was very good. City was coming up. So, and we tried to go toe-to-toe with these teams when we didn't have the players. So, these are the things I didn't like Wenger for in the ending years of his career. But with Arteta, he's learned quickly. Because this time last season, we made a big error. We went to everyone home trying to play our football game and we lost. This is why one of the reasons why we ultimately lost the title, as well as injuries. Because we dropped points in certain places that we shouldn't have. We could have settled for a draw. Now, this season, you see Arteta admit that. Listen, you have to do what you have to do to get the win. And even though we played so negative in terms of the attacking side, we still wanted to win, because it's like we're playing counter football against City. The defensive was 6 at the back at times, Jesus being a wing back, Saka being a wing back. But our intentions was to nick a goal, and we almost did it 2 times. I think we had a better goal scoring chance than City did, apart from that one header that Ake had. We had a ball zip across the middle by Saka. Jesus, if he was a bit taller, he would have got on that. Or if he made his run a bit earlier, he would have got on that. Another one was when Trossard went down the line. Should have passed to Martinelli, and even so, after that pass when basically got cut off, he could have still passed to Havertz. Havertz could have shot or passed to Martinelli. So that for me was the best chance of the match to score a goal. So Arteta has improved a lot in maturity, and that's something we need to give him credit for, because we were the same one that was criticising him last season for going toe-to-toe with City and losing that match. Now he done a different thing, and that gave us a nice result because we got a point. Last season we missed out on 3 points. This season we got a point.
Strength mentally the players have got. I think William Saliba, Martin Odegaard spoke after the game, said they weren't satisfied with just a point. What have you done as a coach to change that mentality and push that mentality in these players to never be satisfied with a point at Manchester City, a place where it's been a bit of a struggle in recent years?
Oh, because you prepare the game to win it, and when you feel that you have what it takes to go there and win, and you want to do it, and you're not satisfied. But at the same time, you have to understand how you're growing as a team, and be smart enough as well in certain moments to accept something else.
Now that's another important thing. He said that, listen, Odegaard and Saliba was not happy. They were kind of upset the fact that we didn't win that match. And for me, once again, that shows growth in terms of our mentality, our mindset. For too long, we've been happy with draws. For too long, we've been complacent with just getting nicking a draw against the big teams. Now we see the players demanding more from themselves, demanding more for the teams, and sometimes demanding more from the fans. We need to hear you guys more. So it's good. It's good that we're holding ourselves accountable. It's good that we're saying that, listen, we weren't good enough today. We should have been doing better. Even with draw against the biggest team in the world, they're still demanding more from themselves, and I love that. Now, what Arteta replied with that, he said that, listen, you have to know when you're growing as a team. And this is all I've been saying. In my preview, in my post-match against City, I said that, listen, we've grown. City has been doing this for over 8 years with Pep, and even longer with other managers. We've only been doing this 4 years with Arteta. So we have to understand the trajectory we're on. We're on a very good stage and we're growing. That's what we should focus on. Don't focus on the finishing line right now. That's when we run out of energy. Focus on your growth. Don't compare yourself to teams that's been doing this for 10 years, from 8 years or more. Compare yourself with yourself. How good were you last season compared to how good you are this season? In attacking, in defensive, in possession, in rollover, in every part of the game. How better are you? In goal scored, goal against, how better are you? And so far, we've been better than what we were last season. So we're growing. Teams that we're losing with last season, we're beating this season. So I don't believe that we've lost against any big teams this season in the Premier League. And that's a record. This has never happened as far as I can remember. In a long time, this has never happened. Right, so this is something to be happy about. This is something to be pleased with. I know that we wanted the win, but to draw against City is not a bad result. Now we need to just go to the end of the season, smashing every team we can, and then trust me, the trophy will be ours.
Thank you.
Ian talks more. Hi, Mikel. How are
Hi,
you?
Ian. Good.
Last season, the narrative was that Arsenal didn't win the league because William Saliba was injured and missed the running. How important this season then is it that you do keep all your players, including Saliba, fit?
I didn't know about the narrative. So what is the narrative this season? So Saliba is fit, so what's going to happen?
You tell me.
I don't know. It has to be a narrative, no? So with the narrative when he doesn't play, it has to be a narrative when he does play.
So when he does play, you win the title. How's that?
Okay, let's take that one. Okay, let's move on.
But it is.
So you heard it there from Mikel Arteta. Listen, we've got William Saliba in the team, so we're going for the trophy. We're going to win the trophy. Last season, the narrative was that we missed out on the trophy because of William Saliba. This season, we're going to win it because he's in the team. I agree. Nah, it's not that easy. Last season, Liverpool wasn't going this hard. So it's not just City to contend with. If it was just City, I would say that we would win. But we've got Liverpool to contend with, and Liverpool is actually playing very, very well. So, it's not that easy. So, Harris Ogonji, you've got one more day to claim. Tomorrow will be the final day for you to claim that prize that you've won. If not, I'm going to be reshuffling on Thursday. I might not be making a video tomorrow because, as you know, the match will be late. It was a late kickoff tomorrow. So I'll be posting on Thursday. So on Thursday, I'll be doing the reshuffling for the giveaway. So Harry Ogonji, if you don't claim by latest, I would say Thursday. Then I'm going to be doing the reshuffling. Now, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, guys. And make sure you tune in for the next video because then I'll be doing another giveaway. And you don't want to end up like Aristotle Goji that miss out on a very good prize that you could potentially get a new kit, right? You can get one of the new retros with the voucher I'll be giving you for the Arsenal store. So that's the video, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Help my journey to 10,000 subs. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye.